Hey, it's been quite a minute. Sorry about the mess behind me. We're kind of in the middle of getting stuff together. And my daughter always says, you got to make a mess while you're trying to make things clean. And at first I was like, that's not how that is. And then I started realizing, okay, that's exactly how that is. So here we are with our mess. But anyways, I just finished mopping and sweeping. And I thought, it's weird because it's almost like spring cleaning is now. When we're coming up on this beginning of the new year, new cycle, however you want to look at it. My daughter just told me 2023 is in, I think she said 2 days. I'm not even sure what today is. What's today, y'all? So 2 days, we'll be starting a new year. And just remember to start it with good hopes, you know, and a lot of gratitude because when you're gracious, you bring in prosperity. You can't go around saying, I want this and I want that, and then expect everything to work out for you because in the end, it's that want, mine. You're pushing away your blessings. So I just encourage you to remember that you're going to get what you ask for, how you ask for it, and as kids, it was easy for us to throw a fit. And this is easier for me to remember now because I'm working with children and they're a total different type of human being. And they're used to getting what they want, not hearing no. And it actually reminds me of a lot of adults that just didn't quite grow up. They think that everything is theirs and they can destroy everything in the process instead of realizing we're all in this together. We only have one planet, and the obvious is we need to all take care of it. So going into the new year, I encourage you to maybe alter your habits a little bit to ensure that we start doing better for Mother Earth because you wouldn't shit on your mother. So why do it to the one that gives you life and abundance? The trees give you oxygen, flowers give us honey and things that are sweet, and they allow other animals to continue on their life cycle instead of us going, this is our world. We're not here alone. I don't know who told anybody we're here alone, that you can have whatever you want. It's not exactly how it works. It's within reason, and it's that saying that everything in moderation. Even as you're celebrating your new year, remember to do it in moderation because you're setting the precedence for the new year of how you're going to go into it. And, I've already started setting myself up for certain things that I need to do personally to better myself, to keep elevating to the higher version of myself, the highest version of myself. Because I've spent a long time in this low vibing state, and I think a lot of us have because we keep hearing those voices in our heads, the things that told us we weren't going to make it or that life is meant to be difficult for us. Give me 1 second because I keep hearing this thing. Okay, sorry about that. So, when we are taught that life is supposed to be hard, nothing ever comes easy, then it kind of keeps us down to where we don't believe we deserve anything and nothing's going to work out for us. And I remember growing up, my dad always said, if it seems too good to be true, it is. And I've carried that mindset my entire life that if it's too good to be true, then it's not for me. And as I've gotten older and the trials and tribulations I've gone through, I've had to start understanding that's not necessarily true about everything, you know, especially when it comes to people. When we change that mindset, because it's an outdated mindset, we open doors that allow us to invite in relationships that are actually healing and bring abundance into our life. They allow us to feel loved and seen, and um, that's not something that a lot of us are used to, especially myself. But it's something that I'm saying I deserve. And I want you to tell yourself you deserve it as well. Because the more you're saying, oh, that's not for me, you're going to keep pushing it away. You're going to keep limiting yourself. And instead, we need to work to become limitless human beings that allow us to use our brain and our imaginations, our creativity to start introducing the world to a new way of being. And we can't really do that by keeping those outdated thoughts, those limiting beliefs, that I can't, it's not for me. Um, Maybe one day, pushing it off to a later date. So I know it's hard. I know it's very hard. It's been hard for me. And it's just something that it's like we're born into this concept that, well, our parents didn't have it, so we can't have it. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or step on anybody's toes. That's the way I've always thought. And now I'm like, if you don't want to get on board, get out the way, because I'm coming through. I'm working on building something that will change the future for my children, and that starts with today. We have to start building in a different aspect today to be able to start seeing positive change for the future instead of going, oh, well, it'll happen someday. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, it will never happen that way. And I keep saying, not with that mindset, it won't, because we are responsible for our thoughts. We are responsible for our actions. And this is every one of us. We are all in the captainship of our own vessel. This is your vessel. So just remember that whatever you choose, you're inviting into your life. Whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. And whatever form or fashion you're putting it out there, if you're putting out peace, love, and light, yes, you're going to experience that, but not all the time. You're still going to have that little bit that pushes you and tempts you to make you feel like a failure. Because the one way that you could be attacked by the negative or the devil or whatever anybody wants to call it is through your own thought process. I even have a magnet on my refrigerator that says, hold on, let me overthink this. And for the longest time, I've been that overthinker. And it's something that I've had to learn to just let it be, and it's going to be what it's going to be. So, you need some? Okay, sorry about that. Really don't know where I was at. He came in to get measurements for finishing up the bed, and then actually started talking about how you're going to make a video with your bed unmade and everything behind you. And like I told him, it's about being genuine. It's about getting everyone else to see that you don't have to have this picture perfect social media life, that this is my mess. This is my life. We all have a messy life. It's like when you walk into someone's house and you look around and it's like, oh my God, it's a pigsty. And the only thing anybody should ever say is, excuse us, we live here, instead of, you don't have to live in a show house. You don't have to put on a show for the world. You're not here for the world to go, ooh, and ah, and applaud you. No, you're here for yourself. You're here to keep learning and growing and glowing and changing for the rest of the world. So, like I said in the very beginning, this is my mess. Sorry about it. That's just kind of how life works. I'm not going to keep staging things to make it seem like I live in a perfect world, because I don't. And I can almost bet neither do you. So, I'm just going to leave it on that. I was rambling on about all kinds of things, but if I don't talk to you before the new year, I'm wishing everybody the best new year, and let's get ready for 2023 and make it the best, because I've been through hell and back, and I'm sure a lot of you have too, especially with what happened. 2020 just changed our world completely. So here's to new beginnings, and peace, love, and light, and holler at you later. Bye.